Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Cowboys learned that nothing can be taken for granted. The Dallas Cowboys' 31-10 loss to the Buffalo Bills was unexpected. And that may well contain the biggest clue as to what happened. While this is a bit of inference, it really appears Dallas prepared to face a Buffalo team that was going to play one way, but wound up being something completely different. While the Bills were not exactly bad running the ball coming into the game, they had a clear identity as a passing team, led by Josh Allen. Tied for third most touchdowns thrown, he was the main engine of their offense coming into the game. That should have been good news for the Cowboys, who have built their defense to shut down the pass with a ferocious pass rush and a stingy, ball-hawking secondary that wanted to take advantage of Allen's propensity for throwing picks. What they got, however, was a team that nearly abandoned the pass to pound away on the ground, mostly in the form of James Cook. Buffalo's coaches saw a weakness they might be able to exploit. There have been games where Dallas struggled to contain the run all season. On the very first drive, 12 plays, the Bills accumulated 47 yards rushing. Allen only threw 4 passes and completed just 2. This was a ball control attack, and the Cowboys just had no answer. Well, except for a 3rd and 4 play in the red zone where the defense had a chance to force a field goal. The pass was incomplete, but DeMarcus Lawrence was flagged for roughing Allen. It was the first, but not the last, penalty that would really hurt Dallas in the game. You can't plan on flags, of course, and at times we despair that the Cowboys can ever cut down on the infractions. What the Bills did was to see something going in that could work, and when it did they adjusted to focus on it. Clearly, that is what happened the rest of the way in a game where Buffalo would run the ball 49 times and only drop back to pass 16. Why throw the ball when you can just march methodically down the field and put up points? It still wouldn't have been an issue if the Cowboys could have stopped Cook and the rest of the ball carriers. In a season where Dan Quinn has made some very good adjustments, there were none that had any effect in this game. This is where things are sometimes about long-range planning and preparation. It can also include an untimely injury or two. Dallas did try and address their issues with the run in the offseason by drafting Motzi Smith in the first round after trading for Jonathan Hankins in 2022. Hankins was unavailable for this game, and the initial reaction may be that Smith failed. Initial reactions are not always the best, however, and that looks like the case here. According to PFF, Smith was actually one of their best-graded defensive players, with only stars DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons, and Stephon Gilmore ahead of him. And the grade does not reflect that crucial penalty Lawrence drew. The absence of Hankins was probably more of an issue as Smith was only on the field for 49% of the defensive snaps. Dan Quinn should play Micah Parsons at linebacker more against the Dolphins. The Dallas Cowboys allowed Buffalo Bills RB James Cook to rush for 179 yards on just 25 carries on Sunday, an average of 7.2 yards per carry. While the team missed DT Jonathan Hankins in the game, many of Cook's big gains came on the outside. A large reason for Cook's success running the ball was due to poor tackling by the Cowboys defenders. The team missed 17 tackles throughout the 31-10 defeat. To put that into perspective, the most tackles missed by the Cowboys defense in the 2020 season under defensive coordinator Mike Nolan was 13. It won't get any easier for the Cowboys this upcoming weekend when they face the 10-4 Miami Dolphins. RB Raheem Mostert is currently 3rd in the NFL in rushing yards with 966. While he is known around the league for his elite speed, his backup may pose an even larger threat at breaking a big run. Rookie RB Devon Achane has quickly made his name in the league, showing off his speed and quickness, providing the Dolphins one of the most electric backfields across the league. While the Cowboys surely hope to have Hankins back soon to provide relief in defending the run, he won't solve big gains on the outside of the offensive line. Linebackers Marquise Bell and Damone Clark have shown promise and talent this year, but it would be wise of defensive coordinator Dan Quinn to provide them some help. Fortunately for the Cowboys, their answer is already on their team. When Micah Parsons was drafted by the Cowboys in the 2021 draft, the team expected him to come in and play a majority of his snaps at the linebacker position. However, Parsons quickly made a name for himself with his ability to rush the passer off the edge, ultimately leading to him basically becoming a full-time edge rusher this season. While Parsons' edge rushing ability is his best trait, he is also the Cowboys' best linebacker. He has elite range and sideline-to-sideline speed that allows him to match up well with opposing backs. It would be wise to have Parsons be lined up as both an off-the-ball linebacker as well as on the edge throughout different parts of the game. It is important not to completely take away Parsons' best trait as an edge rusher. However, Josh Allen only attempted 15 passes throughout the game on Sunday due to their success running the football. Having Parsons be limited to just an edge rusher takes him away from making plays in the running game. It would be wise to have him lined up as a linebacker on early downs and move him back to the line in passing situations. Cowboys should have change of heart on move for five-time Pro Bowler. There are limited available options for the Dallas Cowboys to improve their roster heading into the 2024 NFL playoffs. One of the few available players that could move the needle is five-time Pro Bowler Ndamukong. Following Jonathan Hankins' injury, Sports Illustrated's Mike Fisher reported the Cowboys were not interested in adding Suh. Now, it will be interesting to see if Dallas could have a change of heart after allowing 266 rushing yards to the Bills in Week 15. The Dallas Cowboys have a hole. But they have a plan, and no, we're told it does not include the off-the-couch signing of Ndamukong, Fisher wrote on a December 11, 2023 article titled, "Amid Ndamukong rumors, Dallas Cowboys have roster moves planned for Jonathan Hankins' injury." There are rumors about teams being interested in repeating that scenario with the 6'4", 313-pounder. But Dallas should not be included in the gossip. Instead, the coaching staff will scurry to ready rookie defensive tackle Motzie Smith, the Cowboys' recent first-round pick, for a top-of-the-rotation role. Suh's days as a Pro Bowler are likely over as evidenced by his current free agent status. Yet, what the Cowboys should be asking is whether Suh represents an upgrade over the final player on their 53-man roster. Suh last played for the Eagles in 2022. The veteran defender notched 10 tackles, 2 quarterback hits and a sack in 8 appearances for Philadelphia. At this point in the season, a move for Suh would not break the bank for Dallas. Suh played on a 1-year, $2 million deal for the Eagles in 2022. For the Cowboys to get blown out 31-10 by the Bills, more went wrong than just missing Hankins. Yet, not having their starting defensive tackle on the field clearly made an impact. I just finished rewatching that side of the ball. The Cowboys' defense desperately needs Jonathan Hankins to shore up the middle, The Athletic's Nate Tice detailed with a December 18 message on X. Cowboys were actually able to win up front at times, but if that player missed the tackle or Cook adjusted, it led to another Bills efficient gain. The good news for Dallas is that Hankins is expected to be back for the postseason. After the injury, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported that Hankins is likely to suit up in the playoffs, if not sooner. Dallas has yet to reveal a specific timeline for Hankins' return. If Week 15 is any indication, it looks like Hankins' status will be week to week. Cowboys DT Jonathan Hankins, who left tonight's game in pain, received an initial diagnosis of high ankle sprain, source said. Rappaport remarked in a December 10 message on X, "He'll have an MRI, but it does not seem severe. Hankins should be back for the playoffs, if not sooner." Even if Hankins returns for the postseason, there could be a concern with how the veteran will perform after the injury. Suh would give the Cowboys some more insurance, even if his days as a star are over. And you fan, what do you think of the Ndamukong Suh situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.